So this is the Canon PIXMA TS702a. And on paper, it looks like exactly what a lot of people say they want right now, a simple, wireless, no-nonsense printer that just works. No complicated setup. No massive office machine taking over your desk. Just something you can connect to your phone, hit print, and move on with your life. But in reality, printers are never that simple. Let's start with the design. It's compact, minimal, and very Canon. Matte black finish, clean edges. Nothing flashy going on here. This is not trying to be a centerpiece on your desk. It's trying to disappear into the background. And honestly, that's kind of the point. You don't want your printer calling attention to itself. You want it to just exist when you need it. Up front, everything is fairly straightforward. The paper tray system is simple, and the whole thing feels built for occasional home use or small office tasks. It's not bulky, but it also doesn't feel like a toy. It sits in that middle ground where it's clearly practical, but not premium in a luxury sense. Now the real story here is connectivity. This printer supports wireless printing, including AirPrint and Mopria. And that matters more than people think. Because if you've ever dealt with old-school printer drivers, USB cables, or random connection errors, you already know how painful that experience can be. Here, the idea is simple. Your phone, your laptop, your tablet, all of them can send a print job without drama. And in testing, that's where the TS702a actually feels modern. Once it's connected to Wi-Fi, printing from a phone is fast and surprisingly smooth. No weird delays, no complicated menus. Just select, tap, print. But of course, that's only part of the story. Let's talk print quality. Text documents come out sharp. Very sharp. This is where Canon printers usually do well. And this one is no exception. Black text looks clean, edges are crisp, and for everyday documents, assignments, invoices, forms, it absolutely gets the job done. Where things get more interesting is image printing. For casual photo prints, colors are solid, not overly saturated, not washed out. There's a natural tone that feels pretty balanced overall. But if you're expecting studio-level photo accuracy, this is not that kind of machine. It's good, but it knows its category. Speed is another key factor. This is not a high-speed office printer built for heavy workloads. It's more of a steady performer. It prints at a reasonable pace for home use, but if you're trying to push large batches of documents, you're going to notice the weight. And that's where expectations matter. This is not a commercial workhorse. It's a personal use printer. Now, one thing that often gets overlooked with printers like this is setup experience. And here, Canon actually keeps things fairly painless. The initial setup process is straightforward, especially if you're using a smartphone. The app guides you through Wi-Fi setup, connection, and first print without too much friction. And that alone makes a big difference compared to older printer generations that felt like you needed a manual just to start printing. But let's be real for a second. Printers always come with trade-offs. You get convenience here, wireless printing, mobile support, clean output, but you also accept limitations. It's not the fastest. It's not the most feature-packed. And it's definitely not designed for heavy-duty office environments. So the real question becomes, who is this for? If you're a student, a remote worker, or someone who prints occasionally at home, this fits right into that lifestyle. It's not trying to over-deliver, it's trying to stay reliable and simple. But if you're running a busy office or printing hundreds of pages a day, you're going to want something more robust. What makes the Canon PIXMA TS702a interesting is that it doesn't try to be everything. It picks a lane, home and light office use, and stays there. And in a world where so many devices try to do too much, there's something kind of refreshing about that. Because at the end of the day, a printer doesn't need to be exciting. It just needs to work when you need it. And most of the time, this one does exactly that. So yeah, the Canon PIXMA TS702a isn't here to change how you think about printers. But it might quietly make your printing experience a little less annoying. And honestly, that might be the highest compliment a printer can get.